Welcome back to Post Time. Trainer Tim Torbert is with us now, and he has a mare in his barn named Pacific Philly. Before we get to talking about her, we're going to go over her stats really quickly. All right, now this mare has raced 188 times, 42 wins, 39 seconds, and 27 thirds. And she's made a little over $890,000, has a career mark of 150 and 4. Now, we had Pacific Philly on, I think when she was like 4 years old. She's been so great for so many years. How amazed are you with her performance, her durability over the years?
Oh, I'm completely amazed. I mean, for years she raced a pretty much all open company. Of course, the last couple of years she hasn't been quite that high, but the level that she's raced at throughout her whole career it's completely amazed me to stay as healthy as she has and everything and whatnot.
What about how she's changed over the years? Mentally, physically, any changes?
Not really. Of course, got bigger and stronger as she was 4 and 5, whatnot. But she's always been just a mess to deal with in the barn, and I mean, she's a handful. She is better now than she was when she was 2, 3, and 4. But pretty much she's herself. She just likes to work every day, and for the most part, she shows up to race every week.
That's what we like to hear. Well, it's not so bad when they're just kind of acting like a girl in the barn, kind of naggy like and whatever, but when us women come to work, we're down to business. You know what I'm saying? All right, now, her owner was Robert Messick, who passed away. Super guy. Love Mr. Messick. Now his wife, Norma Lee, she owns Pacific Philly. Now, you guys must be looking at like this so close to $900,000, which is so close to $1 million in earnings. Is that a milestone that both of you would like to see, obviously? And can it happen?
Obviously, I'd love to see it, but I can remember when she was younger. I'd like to see this mare get to $500,000, and then she just kept right on going. But whether it can happen, I don't know. She's still good and healthy and sound. That next 110,000 is going to be the tough part, of course. But I wouldn't put it past her by no means because she's healthy and sound. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just going out on a limb, and anybody who wants to challenge me on this, I'm going to say it's going to happen. I'm so rooting for her for that 1 million mark, definitely. I think it's going to be in her future because her longevity is unbelievable. And really, when it comes to humans, like when you're talking about the fountain of youth, we're like, use your moisturizer, stay out of the sun, all that good stuff. And whatever Demi Moore is doing because she's super hot and a big I agree from Timmy for sure. Now, what's the secret for Pacific Philly and, her fountain of youth?
Truthfully, she likes to be in the barn. She's not a horse to be turned out a whole lot. If she's out in the field for an hour, she's right there at the gate wanting to come back in. And, I mean, her routine her whole life has been you just give her work, leave her alone. She don't like to be messed with. She don't like to be pampered. She stands in her stall, and she'll bring her head out every once in a while. But, she's always been just herself. And it's nothing, like I say, she just likes to go to work, and that's it.
All right, well, good genes, I'd say. That always helps. Timmy, thank you. And I have to say, since I've known you over the years, you look exactly the same, and you also must have the secret to that whole fountain of youth. But thanks for being on the show.
No problem. Thank you.
Number 3, Pacific Philly is the ageless wonder mare we've been talking about. The 4, Full Circle Patty, goes to post with Brad Hanners in the bike. And number 7, Cruisin' for a Livin', is the Down Under Lass, starting for conditioner Jeff Clark.
There goes Out of Here Hanover out with Pacific Philly. Badlands Jenna's got the rail in third. Racing up in fourth from the outside, JKR, You Better Yet, moving through Full Circle Patty. JKR, You Better Yet gets in there fifth, then it's coming late. At the end, Cruising for Living, Chardon's debutante. They head up the backstretch, Pacific Philly. Pacific Philly goes up and gets a lead. Out of Here Hanover back to second. Badlands Jenna sits third. Another 2.5 lanes, Full Circle Patty. Behind Full Circle Patty is JK, Are You Better Yet? 2 lanes coming late. And at the end, Cruising for Living and Chardon's debutante. 28 2/5 around the far turn. Pacific Philly has the lead. It's a length and a half. Out of Here Hanover sitting in second, followed by Badlands Jenna. 2 lanes, Full Circle Patty. Then it's JK, Are You Better Yet? After that, it's coming late, Cruising for Living. and Chardon's Debutante trails. They move by the half. Pacific Philly, a length and a half leader. Out of Your Hanover sits second, followed by Badlands Jenna. Full Circle Patty is there up on the outside, cruising for a living. Then it's JKR, You Better Yet. Out comes Chardon's Debutante. The trailer is coming late. 58-1, heading toward the back stretch. Pacific Philly, almost 2 lengths. Out of Your Hanover, Badlands Jenna now swings to the outside from third. Full Circle Patty has the rail. Outside, that's cruising for a living as they go to 3/4. Pacific Philly goes by 3/4 in 127 flat into the far turn. Pacific Philly, Badlands Jenna. Out of Your Hanover, down inside, back into second. With the rail, Full Circle Patty cruising for a living is alongside, and that's about it. They're at the top of the stretch. Pacific Philly off by 2.5 lengths. Out of Your Hanover, Badlands Jenna. Coming on the far outside, cruising for a living, coming through the stretch. It'll be Pacific Philly to take it easily. Pacific Philly close for second now. Full Circle Patty, 154-4.
Pacific Philly wires the field in the ladies' junior open class in 154-4 with a regular driver, Eddie Davis Jr., at the controls. The daughter of Pacific Fella wins by 2 lengths in this one. Full Circle Patty took home the money for the place spot, and rounding out the trifecta was Cruisin' for a Livin'.
Thanks so much for spending the last 30 minutes with me. And if you want more harness racing excitement, come out to Harrington Raceway this week, Sunday through Thursday. First race, 5:30 p.m. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you at the track, and God bless.